at the back. Strong, silent type. His name's Valeri. He's part of the Special Assignments Battalion, but I only ever see him here for one thing: to look for a guy named Mitya. Supposedly a researcher, though he never seems to put much time in at the office. The theater is one of his favorite places to hang out when he's playing hooky from work. But that's not for us to worry about. Let's go. What do you think? Pretty impressive, huh? Oh, the one in Fontaine? I hear it's iconic. Never seen it for myself, though. Here we are, just in time. Sorry, coming through.
If you're gonna show up late, keep your mouth shut.
What's his problem? Whatever.
Look, there she is. That's who I'm introducing you to later. She's the lead singer of the troupe, Vodyanitsa. This leads directly to the green room. They're expecting us. Vodyanitsa will be waiting for us there. Hey there. Excuse me.
Can you believe it? I am so mad right now.
Oh, it's you two.
Huh? You know each other? Oh, wait. Is this who you were telling me about? The one you met yesterday and couldn't stop thinking about?
I never said that.
Yes, you did. Why are you denying it? It was right before I went on that rant about the moody factory owner. Oh,
Might I ask what brings you two here?
Oh, I just brought her here to see the show. And when it finished, she was full of praise for Vodyanitsa's performance. So I thought I'd try my luck, see if we could get the chance to chat for a bit. Maybe get an autograph?
You work here. You of all people ought to know that's against the rules. It's not what the green room is there for.
Oh, what's the big deal? Come on, don't be shy. I can give you an autograph. You can take a picture too if you want.
Do as you please. I finished all my shows for the day.
I wasn't making that stuff up, you know. Odette's she thinks very highly of you. And so do I.
We're good. Odette's out of earshot. Unlock. Confidentiality, of course. The rogue.
Whoa, Alosia! Not out loud!
Relax. I've taken care of it.
The president's reply sent this morning. Wait, so she's been approved to join?
You told me last night that you wanted to get intel from the Rokot. Unfortunately, Rokot intel is only available to members. But ever since you set foot in Snezhnaya, we've been working together. I've seen the way you work, your character, and your motives. Everything about you is perfectly in alignment with what we're trying to achieve in the Rokot. So I figured I might as well cut to the chase. I wrote a letter to the president explaining your situation, including just the right amount of detail. Of course, it's still your decision whether you want to join or not. Well,
assuming Odette was telling the truth and she didn't misjudge you, still, you gave me a real fright. So, that stuff you said about admiring my performance, was that just because Odette was... Now you're talking. That's what I like.
Anyway, let me give you a quick rundown of how things work. Like I said, the Rogue members typically don't meet in person or even know each other's identities. This helps us maintain a high level of independence and secrecy. Because of this, members are basically free to decide their methods without constraints, so long as the outcome of any activity...
After all, we don't have any ostensible contact with each other. This way, if anything goes wrong, no one else will be implicated.
Beyond the freedom to choose how you operate, it's also your choice whether to act at all. We have plenty of members who have yet to... In short, joining the Rokot in and of itself won't place any restrictions on your activity. There's a code of conduct you can read if it interests you. But basically, as long as you don't plan on using your anonymity to go around doing evil, you'll be fine.
I tried reading it 5 or 6 times. Never made it all the way through. Even the most...
Great. Then I'll go grab an official application.
Well, Alosha has this pet dog, you see. Dagarin took quite a liking to me, so I played with him for a little bit and fed him some treats. Then, the Rokot was out on a mission one day, and even though we were all in disguise...
Just a coincidence, really. We didn't report it to the higher-ups, though, to avoid dealing with the... like... my job at the theater, for instance. By the way, what were you complaining about just before we came in?
Everything did not go okay. That's why I was so mad. I tried to make some small talk, but he wouldn't take the bait. No matter what I said, and then he started complaining. He said he didn't appreciate his what did he expect? Everyone knows that if you want a box seat, you buy a ticket well in advance. But instead, he sends me a letter the day before the show when we're practically sold out. I had to juggle things around just to get him a half-decent seat, hoping he would appreciate the
Yeah, meeting Chuganov in person has definitely been a disappointing... Oh, you probably don't know who we're talking about, do you? Chuganov was that older guy you were sitting next to today. I'm sure he didn't make a great first impression on you either.
To the citizenry, he's a family man and a kind... But our interactions with him tell a very different story. It's one thing to take the ticket situation, for instance. I've actually gotten him a private box in the past. But not only was he not even grateful, now he's acting like I've sold him short this time. Not to mention that he's never paid for a single one of his tickets. And another thing, if he's such a big family man, why doesn't he bring a...
Calm down, Vodyanitsa. If you won't do it the easy... But first things first. Here's your application form.
need to make... Alright. Now that we're officially recently, we've done some recon work at the Iskra manufacturing plant. All we need now is some direct evidence to present...
That way, the Kresny Crystal can be allocated to where it's needed most.
I was hoping he might let slip during one of our chats, but he's too tight-lipped. I'm meeting another regular theater goer tonight.
But Valeri's here too, and he's probably...
Don't you worry. He must know how to dodge Valeri, or he wouldn't be showing up on time for every performance. Mitya is a renowned energy expert. Although we can't get any direct evidence of the excessive energy consumption, the authorities should take someone like him seriously. So if he starts raising... Also, we're not allowed on site, but he has clear... yeah, so that's the other thing we're trying to figure... Still, I hear that Mitya is a bit of a chatterbox.
What do you think? Sound like something worth your time?
Okay, in that case, you guys find a seat somewhere nearby. Pretend you're... He's a huge fan, so I doubt he'll have his guard up around me.
Sure. Don't worry. We'll make a believable pair of buddies.
Perfect! You've sold me already.
Okay. What needs tidying?
Everything.
We come here often, so we shouldn't stand out. Let's sit here. Now, it's up to Vodyanitsa. Let's see how the conversation goes.
Mr. Mitya! Over here! Over here!
Oh, sorry. I got a little held up on my way here. Now we have even less time than we planned. Go ahead and order some snacks and drinks. Whatever you like. Let me see. According to my schedule, we still have 25 minutes left.
You're really pressed for time today, huh? I was imagining this would be a leisurely chat. If you'd prefer, we can always reschedule for another afternoon when you have more time.
No need. Getting to meet the lead singer is a very precious opportunity for me. I'm not about to... I've already had to decline your invitation several times because our schedules rarely align. If I don't grab this chance while it's here, who knows when the next one will come around?
Well, it's very kind of you to make time just for me.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. But Snezhnaya is full of weird and wonderful things like that, so people tend not to bat an eye. I'm sure the same will go for the Eye of Grey and Pamion.
The reason I invited you out for tea and a chat today was to get some feedback from a true fan of the theater.
Well, I genuinely have nothing bad to say. No matter how many times I hear you sing, Maybe it's because the more times I listen, the more details I notice. Or maybe you simply improve with every performance, delivering it better each time.
Thank you. I'm delighted to hear that.
Oh, yeah. The piece you sang today, for example. Hey, what's with you? I'm just praising a good performance. I always used to find that such a bleak and lonely song. But the more you listen, the more you realize that it's not as cold and nihilistic as it appears. When you really dig down into it, there's a certain level where you're surprised by the emergence of hope.
Wow, I'm impressed. I didn't expect you to pick up on that. Actually, I only tried out that angle after talking with a composer. Still, Beneath the Frozen River wasn't on.
Oh, really? But it's a classic. You sing it every time.
Almost every time.
Oh, well then, let me.
I didn't sing that one today either. My voice wasn't quite up to it, so
Oh, but
sorry, Mr. Mitya, but you were at the.
of course I was. Remember? I said hello to all the troop members before the show.
So, what did Odette sing today?
Elegy of the Snow-Winged Goose?
Correct. You find my singing boring, don't you? That's why you don't remember a single song.
No, that's not it. I swear. All right, I'll be straight with you. I'm sorry. I enjoy watching your shows because the exquisite performances stimulate the mind. It always sparks. So whenever I get stuck at work, I come to the theater for Odette's dance during the Elegy of the Snow-Winged Goose today was simply incredible. It got me wondering what she's been going through. That look of sheer defiance in the face of utter tragedy? It was so inspiring. I started scribbling in my notebook right away. Not that I made a ton of progress in the grand scheme of things, but I still think it was productive. By the time I
So what you're saying is, you didn't.
Unfortunately not. I'm sorry. I don't know which is more disrespectful. The fact that I don't always come for the show itself, or the fact that I missed your performance.
Seems like things are getting a little awkward.
Mitya just stepped into a conversational minefield. If there's one thing Vodyanitsa doesn't like, it's people who showed... this meeting was so hard to set up. Don't tell me it's already falling apart.
It's fine. I suppose this is affirming in its own way. Don't let it bother you.
She's showing a lot of restraint.
Well, I'll be sure to let Odette know how much you adored her performance.
Please don't say that. I always love your performances too. It's just that inspiration struck at the wrong time today. I'm usually all ears.
I know, I can tell. That's why I value your opinion. I'm sure some people can't stand it when others praise their coworkers right to their face, but not...
Fair enough. I still feel kind of bad.
But you know what I really can't stand? People who only show up to the theater to pretend.
Oh, yeah, 100%. There are too many of those people around. By the time they're walking out, what's...
I don't know if you've heard about the boss of the Iskra manufacturing plant. He isn't even at box tickets only, premium drinks.
Well played, Vodyanitsa. Seems like she's harnessing her...
Now that you mention it, I've interacted with that guy before. I gotta say, everyone holds him up as an example of a benevolent business.
Yeah, he couldn't care less about what's happening on stage. He's just there to flaunt his social stat. What's the big deal with that factory he runs anyway? I asked around a bit and heard...
Oh, really?
Yep, the things people are saying are pretty damning. Low wages, insanely long working hours, equipment running around the clock. And as if that's not bad enough, he also strictly forbids his employees from giving any kind of interview. Project Stuja has now been extended so many times, we're at the point where crystal rations for the common folk are barely enough to survive on. If the rumors are true, he's in serious violation of the law.
Interesting. So you've heard about it too.
What? So it's really true?
Who knows? I've only heard the same rumors you have. But there's no smoke without fire. The Rooster's been coming down on us hard lately, demanding that we track and trace every single batch of Crystal. My coworkers in the Department of Energy...
The Rooster?
Yeah. Even though there are no restrictions on Crystal trading, the poor will wind up freezing to death if we... Looks like we'll need to arrange an investigation into the Iskra manufacturing plant as soon as possible. I never knew you kept up with current affairs beyond the theater, Miss Vodyanitsa. You really have a heart. Most Fae in your position have long been indifferent to the plight of humans.
Well, those of us who choose to live in human cities are naturally going to pay attention to any significant upheaval. I'm just surprised to learn that even someone with as much experience as him is getting so...
This is it. We're finally going there.
I'm sure Mitya can sense on some level that she's fishing for information. But since their conversation is so relaxed, he might...
It's stressing me out too. If I'd only made better
Oh, so you're...
That's right. The Armory Palace needs a brand new energy source. Not the power of the Light Realm, and not... Right now, the only thing that meets the requirements is the power contained within stellar... But harnessing that power is costly. Each step of the process requires enormous amounts of Kresnik crystal. Progress has been painfully slow, and the team is getting burned out as time goes by. Sometimes, I see people staring into space, as if in a trance.
Could it be that this new energy source has side effects?
No, it doesn't affect us, because the energy is used for... Okay, I got it. Stop choking me. I think we're all just exhausted. We've been working ourselves to the bone for so...
Seems like I owe you an apology.
Don't worry about it. I count myself lucky, to be honest. I don't envy the people who work closely with the Tsaritsa herself. I'd much rather be in my current...
So they're trying to develop a completely new kind of energy. Yeah, censored by a scarf. Who would...
Oh, dear. It looks like my time is up. I'm so sorry. We ended up bare...
That's okay. It was a pleasure chatting with you, really.
Let's make up for it next time. Yeah. We touched on some confidential issues today. I'd be grateful if you could keep it...
That could have gone worse.
Nice job. Why was Mitya in such a...
Sorry, routine inspection. Okay, let's go.
So he wasn't rushing to get back to work. He must have calculated that Valeri would find him here in exactly 25 minutes.
One of the main duties of the Special Assignments Battalion is to ensure that important figures stick to their schedules.
All right, time for us to get going too. Excuse me, check please.
We'll settle our check too, then.
Hello there. Mr. Mitya paid the check before leaving. He also asked me to pass on a message. He said it was an honor to share his tea break.
Wait.
So he knew we were here all along? Maybe his work isn't confidential after all. Maybe the key here is the purpose of this new energy. Vodyanitsa and Alosha have both left.
Today. Paimon felt like her temperature was Still, there's some good news. It's like there's some kind of mysterious power. She only started feeling this way since we arrived in Snezhnaya.
That's right. The Armory Palace needs a brand new energy source.
Could that have something to do with this?
What is it? You're making that face again. They're trying to develop a new energy source here? And you think, Well, Mitya denied that the energy they're researching has any side effects. Although, he did say that people... And even so, those are completely different symptoms from Paimon's. It's pretty faint, so it's kind of hard to tell. Sure, Paimon's with you there. But how, though? Oh, great point! They argue about Project Stusha. A good idea! Oh yeah, this one seemed right up your alley. So, Paimon saved some for...
Alosha replied. He says that we won't be able to speak at the Vetcha, but he can arrange for us to attend as visitors. Time to get ready. Then head...
Miss Vodyanitsa, prima donna of the Korolievsky troupe. What a surprise meeting you here. Will you be sitting?
Sorry, I'm not taking interviews today. Oh good, you're here. The session's about to be—
Please wait, Miss Vodyanitsa. Could you introduce...
In summary, the energy management commitments made for the outgoing period have been delivered upon. Furthermore, both the production and consumption of Kresnik Crystal show clear signs of stabilizing. The relevant agencies have assessed the present circumstances and determined that the status quo can be sustained until the next period. For detailed statistics, I would refer you to the industry report. It should also be noted that while the recent blizzards have led to a significant increase in people's energy expenses, this is strictly a short-term phenomenon associated with a remotely located monster. Her Majesty the Tsaritsa is giving her full attention. A financial report on disaster relief is also present in this report, courtesy of Pantalone.
They cover the same old ground every single time. The rooster never seems to mind. There's a general lack of trust. People aren't seeing any tangible benefits that affect them directly.
Yeah, if it weren't for these hard copy documents, I could have at least made something up. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just out here trying to hit my interview quotas. Bring out the kvass. Ever read—
If I remember correctly, you guys don't even have a sales permit. You have—
Okay then. Best-selling street stall newspaper in town.
Order! We will now open the floor to the representatives. If there are no further substantive issues to
Snezhnaya has a long tradition of treating members of the Fatui armed forces and their dependents favorably. But recent surveys shows that Fatui families in remote areas have access to— It's been said many times before, but it bears repeating now. There needs to be a clear and consistent rationale behind how Crystal is allocated, or we will soon face immense public backlash.
Perhaps you wouldn't need to keep repeating yourself if you would hear me out for once. I say again, true consistency exists only in principle. In the real world, fairness is relative. You appear to treat resource allocation as a simple function of production and population. So what about when the equipment used in production breaks down? Have you factored that into your equation? And do you even know how long it's been since Snezhnaya last conducted a census?
If I knew the answers to questions like that, I'm sure I'd be a very wealthy man.
and I doubt I'd be going by child. I'd like to bring the focus back to the specific issue I raised. Or do you wish to deny that favorable treatment for Fatui dependents is our long-standing policy?
It's easy to be a critic when there's no accountability. Let's defeat the ringleader and all other problems will magically resolve themselves. That's what they seem to think. But in case you aren't aware, not one jot in my report would change whether Project Stuzha continues or not.
So you have no intention whatsoever of finding a solution to—
On the contrary, I'm the only one here who ever brings solutions.
Child opened by speaking up for the armed forces. Regraders struck back with style and a war of words ensued. Our reporter was live on the scene to get the audience's reaction as it all unfolded. Who do you support? The people have spoken! Child received raucous applause from the crowd as he pushed Regrader onto his back foot with a relentless barrage of questions. It had to be seen to be believed.
Now you see why they don't have a sales permit.
However this reporter wants to spin things, I haven't forgotten that Tartaglia was representing the Northland Bank when we first, so surely their relationship can't always have been this strained.
You two are getting off topic. Let's focus on what the data is saying.
Mr. Pantalone, may I speak on your behalf?
Oh, please do. I'm more than happy to save my breath.
Crystal distribution policy undergoes modifications with each new period. The ultimate goal being to find the most reasonable method of allocation, which I believe is what Mr. Tartaglia also seeks. But I fear many may have been misled on this topic by extremist activists. To clarify, Project Stuzha is not the root cause of the problem. It is merely a framework for resource distribution. The most recent reports all point to Snezhnaya's resilience and adaptability during this period of fine-tuning, and give clear indications that a distribution framework is improving with each iteration. To make drastic adjustments without first considering the risks would likely do more harm than good. It would be a waste of the hard-won experience we've gained to date.
Renowned scholar of finance, Arapov spoke up to clarify the fiscal logic, clearly alluding to social organizations like the Rokot in his words. With the notorious Lelex still active to this day, should the Rokot be held responsible? No, there is someone else to blame.
She's just rephrasing what Mr. Pantalone said. The Rokot are the critics he accuses of taking no responsibility for their actions. As for Lilac, you won't have heard of him yet. He's currently the most famous member of the Rokot. Well, more like infamous. Ending Project Stuzha has become an obsession for him. Unlike the more decent ones among us, he believes that votes in the Vetcha are all that matter. So whether it's threats, coercion, or bribery, he'll use whatever means necessary to get people to change their vote.
And since we're already on the subject, what do you think of Lelec's methods? Are you for or against? Well, whatever the story is, his act—
At least someone here wants to take this discussion seriously. I've been considering that issue myself. I think it would be easiest to let the Fatui handle it, since they're already in charge of Crystal shipments anyway. We may as well get them to collect some data while they're at it. Whatever you need, you can ask the Fatui to look into it for you. In terms of supervision, I think the Druzhna would be a good fit.
I will be happy to take a note of your suggestions and present them to Commander Vesna for a decision. The Commander has always taken a keen interest in Project Stuzha. However, given the Druzhna's—
Let us refrain from jumping to conclusions.
My apologies, Lord Rooster.
There are numerous issues to address here. Nevertheless, I support drafting a proposal. Follow the—
In that case, I'd like to share one thought before the proposal is drafted. The issue of time sensitivity was raised just now, which I presume relates to the official reports. In fact, the Energy Commission already collects regular statistics on each urban center and its surrounding area. Would these be of any use?
That's a good idea. I read every issue of Svietlo Laidovka's report, and although my focus is mostly on the section about equipment—
Be that as it may, Does no one see an issue with using
Not if they are used purely for reference. So long as we have the report from the Northland Bank.
Very well, then. It appears that this arrangement...
Yeah, sounds good to me.
The members reached a provisional consensus on the issue of Today, the prima donna of the Korailievsky troupe attended a session of the Snezhnograd Vet.
Write anything like that again, and I'm revoking your permission to...
Now then, if there are no further contributions from those present, we shall proceed to the final vote.
Hey, check it out! What made him vote against?
The votes have been tallied. Those in favor of
That was too close. The margin has shrunk yet again.
I'll bet Lelik is behind this. I wonder...
Chuganov. I see.
Yes. Go, Lelik. Once Project Stuja is defeated, our unwavering support at Bring Out the Kvass will...
In accordance with the result of this vote, Project Stuja will remain... We debate only for the greater glory and solidarity of our nation. The session is...
I have to say, I really wasn't expecting Chukhanov to vote against Project Stuja. Well, in principle, Snezhnaya's business and political elites ought to be the ones least likely to oppose it. As we heard, Project Stuja is basically just a resource distribution framework that requires everyone to cut back. But even if the policy got cancelled, the Tsaritsa's energy needs wouldn't suddenly go down. I got a letter from Mr. Mitya just before today's session. He said he's confirmed that there are issues around overtime and excessive energy consumption at the Iskra manufacturing plant. In a situation like this, once the Rooster receives the report, he'll order the factory to halt production, but that's a week-long process, and thus didn't make it onto the Vetcha agenda this time. I don't think he suspects anything so far. Exactly. And as you know, he's a very selfish person. I was originally gonna try and flip him after he received notice of the official sanctions. Rather than just sit back and take the hit while his factory stopped production, he'd be better off voting to end Project Stuja. At least that way, no one else would be able to make any money either. But now, he's already voted against it. Which means someone must have used more forceful means to change his vote. Just like with Yeah. No one knows why Lelek is so obsessed with ending Project Stuja, but by the looks of it,
Lelek must have strong motivations, given how he'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. Maybe he knows the full truth of Project Stuja. Maybe my next step should be to focus on him.
Oh, right. What are your plans for the rest of the day? Shall we head out?
Hey, comrade. I noticed you were here during the debate.
I didn't take you for a political
Greetings, Harbingers. I just happened to have some free time today. And
Odette must have introduced you.
I'll leave you to catch up. I should head back to the troop.
Sure. Break a leg. Thought it might be fun to check out the Vetcha, did you? Things are never that simple with you, Traveler.
Oh, yeah. To some, he's a captivating enigma. To others, he's the bane of their existence. No one ever thought that some anonymous nobody from the Rokot could cause such a stir. Huh? You want to look into Lelik? Then I'm sure his days of anonymity are numbered.
Fine by me, I guess. If the Traveler actually manages to expose Lelik, in return, it seems fair to let her in on what we've learned so far.
My thoughts exactly. Sharing is care. Head back to Glupov and grab the files on Lelik. It's easier to just pull the records than go through the rigmarole of getting the Traveler a visitor's permit. As you command, child.
In that case, since we're going to be waiting anyway...
One common thread among the many incidents Lelik has been involved in is that the victims are all too scared to share any real information about him. Clearly, he must have threatened them in some way. His modus operandi is to silently infiltrate the scene and leave a threatening letter behind. But neither the letters nor the crime scenes ever yield any clues to his identity. So all these files have to offer are short statements by the people affected. They don't give us a lot to go on.
If nothing else, it shows we're dealing with a trained professional who's versed in counter-surveillance.
Yes, and to that point, he often strikes in highly secure locations. The victims are high-ranking and influential people who take their personal security very seriously. Somehow, Lelik slips right into their rooms without making a sound. If he can get in and out undetected, it means he can strike without warning. Not that that's ever happened so far, but the thought is enough to scare these people sleepless. It's hard to believe that a human being could pull this off flawlessly every time. So they switched the focus of the investigation to Faye. Careful, don't underestimate me. Although truth be told, I'd probably find it hard not to blow my cover. Direct confrontation is more my style.
We haven't ruled out the possibility of Lelik being human. It's just... there can only be a handful of people in all of Teyvat.
No, not as strong as me. You'll never find the culprit with criteria like that. Let's go with... Oh, you hit me right where it hurts. I'll admit...
She's just trying to find a reference point. Stop getting fixed.
But that's the most important thing. In my opinion, anyway.
Odette. Yeah, that...
Except she's Fatui, so the likelihood...
No, wait a moment.
What do you mean?
Her Fatui identity doesn't necessarily exonerate...
Plus, she wouldn't need to be such a pro at covering her Oh, yikes. I was just thinking out loud. Still, what reason could Odette possibly have for...
Arlecchino would be the best person to... Rosaline used to open up to her, as I'm sure you can imagine. She gave her some tips on how to handle the situation. Beyond that, I don't know the details about that side of... The reason being, her father passed away during the early stages of the project. That was back before it had been named Project Stuzha, when things were still being worked out.
Huh. The more you know. Rosaline was always so self-centered. I never understood why she started paying so much attention to Odette. Is that such a surprise? If you cast your mind back, you may remember that Rosaline and I were...
Odette's past is no secret. Her father was a Fatus and her mother was a very famous ballerina. On the surface, it looks like she followed right in her parents' footsteps. But the truth is quite a different. After her father passed away on a mission, her mother was overcome with grief. She broke her leg during a performance and could never... Odette was only interested in ballet at the time. But this tragedy left the family with both... Per Capitano's policy, family members of Fatui who died in the line of duty had to be So, regardless of how Rosaline may have felt about it, it fell to her to resolve the issue of Odette's family's livelihood. In the end...
Right, because the alternative would have been a one-off compensation payment, I guess? Still, she must have had mixed feelings about it, right?
It's just a theory. A possibility. That said, I have no idea where Odette's head is at right now. Plenty of people were on bad terms with... Yes, but there's not much point in discussing that now.
Yeah, back to Lelik. Since our investigations so far have turned up next to nothing, funnily enough, Tonya and I had actually made plans to go to the theater tomorrow to watch Odette's rehearsal. Unfortunately, thanks to this Lelik situation, I'll be stuck working overtime again. Which means you can go in my place. No point wasting the ticket. Plus, you'll get to meet
Spirit Seeker. Quite the classic ballet. It was passed down through Odette's mother's family for generations, though it hasn't been performed in years. But Odette's been practicing it diligently, and it's finally ready for a return to the stage. Excitement is through the roof. Tickets for the official performance sold out long ago.
Tonya's excited for it too. She's desperate to see it no matter what. Personally, it's not really my kind of thing, but since she's my little sister,
I've actually seen it several times before. The story's pretty straightforward. The lead character follows a trail of clues left behind by a spirit, gradually recovering her memories along the way. It's a tale of love and regret. But when that classic melody kicks in, and the lead character begins, not an easy dance to do justice to, though. I know it's always been Odette's dream to perform this piece, but I'm not sure she's really ready.
in that case, I think that even if she is Lelik, we should wait. I'll let you take it from here, comrade.
You made a ton of progress today. Next step is to head back to the theater and get a clear answer from Odette. Either way, Paimon doesn't get the sense that she's a bad person. Sure, she might have done some pretty extreme things, but maybe this is going too far, but like, why leave a letter when she could, well, we know there are plenty of... So, if it is her, yeah, well, no change, really.
Yeah, I wish you could be there too. I'm not used.
Guess it's just one of those things.
If Odette is Lelek, she may well have inside information. Her father was involved with the project's early implementation, and it's hard to imagine she could have gotten this far without knowing anything at all. When she spoke to us as a member of the Fatui.
Oh. Hey, look! It's snowing! Could be a tough day ahead.
Ooh, it sure is cold today. Here to see Odette? I just need to see your ticket. Perfect. Thank you. I'll hold...
I think I'll leave the Lelek question until after the show's over. Child said he was originally going to come with Tonya. Is there anyone here who looks like a Tonya? Mr. Chuganov's back again by the looks of it. Oh no. It looks like the show's starting, and I still haven't found Tonya.
Members of the audience, today's performance was a very special one for us. As it marks the first to commemorate this occasion, we would love to take a group photo of the cast, crew, and audience.
All right, everyone, huddle in a little more. Now, look at the camera.
Are you quite satisfied, Mr. Energy Scientist? I rather hope you don't have any other escape plans to add to my workload today.
What are you talking about, Sarge? This was simply my way of inviting you to watch Miss Odette's new show with me. And wasn't the performance spectacular? In the future, I heartily encourage you to take a leaf out of my book. Fine.
It was indeed a fine performance, but I must correct you on one point. This is not time outside of work. These are working hours.
Working hours and non-working hours are just a social construct. Human tech...
May we leave now?
Already? I mean, I was kinda hoping to soak up the atmosphere for a little longer, but... No? Okay, guess I'm pushing my luck. Didn't seem... Off we go then, Sarge. back to the land of working hours. Lead the way.
That has to be her. She's the, excuse me? Are you Tonya? Huh? Your brother's busy today, so I took his ticket. Don't worry about him. He's fine.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong? Maybe she caught a cold on the way here.
I haven't seen snow like this in a long, long time.
I know. It's completely white out there. You can barely...
Let's wait it out for now. You'd be lucky not to freeze to death.
Well, look at that. Maybe...
Let's wait and see.
Why do you need to take it so seriously? Fate has given us this wonderful chance to take a break. We owe it to our...
Come to think of it, there's a small inn not far from here that always keeps plenty... I know the route well. Shall I head over and borrow a few blankets?
Sir, there's really no need to go to all that trouble.
Hey, it's no trouble at all.
What a kind gentleman. Very good. My wife and daughter are waiting for me at home, so I...
So... Are you expecting us to go back to the Armory Palace?
Don't worry about that. I made arrangements in advance. Should I not return to the Armory Palace within 3.5 hours, they will escort us back. You are one of our key military personnel, so any weather-related risks must be eliminated.
Operation Showtime? So, wait, I gotta say, you've really turned this into quite a moral dilemma for me.
It's snowing pretty hard out there. I think you should stay here for now. You seem a little under the weather.
Sure. My brother might come.
Time to get to work. I should head backstage and...
Excuse me, are you looking for someone? Ah, a fan, I'm guessing? Today is just a dress rehearsal, so Miss Odette... Sorry, but that area is currently off limits.
Huh. Bad timing, I guess.
What happened to the gentleman who went to fetch the blankets?
I was thinking the same thing. It's still snowing very hard.
Whatever the reason for his delay, I must say I hate nothing more than people who make empty promises and... well, I have to treat my employees like that on occasion.
You seem anxious, Mr. Valet.
It's been nearly 4 hours since I left the armory. They know how much I despise tardiness and disrupted plans. There's simply no reason that they shouldn't have shown up.
Surely a snowstorm like this one counts as...
Few things in this world can stop the Snezhnayan army, Mr. Mitya.
Why don't you go out and take a look? They might be right outside, waiting for your...
An absurd hypothesis. I have no intention of leaving your side for even a moment until I have escorted you back to the armor.
This doesn't look like an ordinary snowstorm to me. That guy who left earlier. It looked like he just vanished into thin air.
A man-eating snowstorm? Come on. Night hasn't even fallen.
Traveler, didn't know you were coming today. How come you didn't say anything? Oh, right. I assumed you were looking for me and Vodyanitsa. Whoa, that's quite a snowstorm out there. I've been working backstage this whole...
Huh.
Yeah, snow like this. I'm sure I've seen it out in the wild before, but actually, I take that back. I don't think I've seen snow this bad even in the wild.
If even Alosha thinks snow like this isn't normal...
We can't stay cooped up here forever. No need. I have plenty of experience with snowstorms. Besides, I work here while you're an audience member. Everyone by the door. Careful not to let the snow soak into your shoes.
Heading out, my man? Be careful.
Thanks for the advice. I am planning...
He's back! He's back! How?
Did you see any soldiers patrolling?
Something about this storm isn't right. There's no one out there. I didn't see a single... This isn't your average snowstorm. I suspect it might be related to recent events in our nation.
Are you serious? So all of us are trapped here now. That sounds a little far.
You want to go outside and see? I, for one, am not risking my neck in that weather.
This just turned from a minor delay into a major hassle.
We can only hope that our friend who went to fetch the blankets just ditched us and went home.
Is it really that bad? But my daughter, I won't be able to read her a bedtime story to—
Huh? What are you all still doing here? Whoa! It's snowing hard. So now we're stuck here? Oh, this is on the bright side. The theater's always well stocked with supplies. If this, at least, I assume that's all right.
Fine by me.
This seems like a sensible backup plan under the circumstances.
What are you staring outside and praying for, my man? You anxious to get home too?
Oh, Your Majesty the Tsaritsa, I beg you, please, this is a golden opportunity to spend the night under this—
I think I've changed my mind.
Sir, if you so much as look at us funny, you'll be seeing stars in a whole other way. Behave—
It's getting colder. We need to keep the indoor temperature up. Close the door and lock it tight. Let's head somewhere warmer.
And then there's the aristocrats. Easiest of all to deal with. You don't need to use any force whatsoever. All you have to do is show them the rope you plan to tie them up with. Do you know why?
I don't. Do tell.
Because nothing horrifies them more than the thought of a cheap, coarse rope leaving creases on their precious $1,000,000 more coat. They'll do whatever you ask to avoid that.
Unexpected, but—
Well, look at that. I got myself a new listener. Hey there. Let me introduce myself. The name's Shram.
And I am Chuganov, an entrepreneur. If my name is unfamiliar to you, you will no doubt have heard of my factory, the renowned Iskra manufacturing plant.
Are you really that famous, Mr. Chuganov?
Excuse me?
Oh, I'll have to ask my rope later.
How are you feeling, Tony?
I'm fine. Sorry to worry you.
Child must take great care of his sister. He's never—
You know, I actually find this whole thing kind of stuck in a strange place thanks to a snowstorm. Having to spend the night with a bunch of interesting characters. It's... Exactly. It's like one of those stories where an ordinary school trip turns into a magical adventure. I've always wanted something like that.
Look after yourself. Otherwise, your brother will come out.
My husband has major trust issues.
That's the price of marrying into wealth. You'll get used to it. I'm not about to stop you if you want to leave. But don't drag me along. Hello? Can I help you?
I don't think it's ever been this lively backstage before. I didn't know you were. Hey, have you seen Chuganov? I heard.
I'm with you. This could be just the
Yeah, I gotta figure out a way to coax some more intel out of him. I want to know why he suddenly changed his stance on projects.
For the Rokad, or just out of personal interest?
Shh! There are other people who.
I have to say, even though today was a rehearsal and there were some hiccups along the way, Miss Odette's performance was one of the best I've ever seen, even compared to an actual show.
Oh, I couldn't agree more, especially considering the weight of the subject matter. It takes a... Do you think we were coming on too strong? Odette's
What about you? What did you think of today's performance? Oh my, that's very... I'll make sure to save a ticket for you when the show's performance ready.
This doesn't seem like the time or place to bring up the subject of Lelek. I need a chance to speak with her in private.
So unfair. Talk about double standards.
And now it looks like I've been spotted. You know Mitya too?
No, I don't. I just have a feeling that he might be dangerous.
This is highly irregular. A delay of over an hour during an operation like this.
Sarge, the day you learn to let go and just enjoy moments like this is the day you'll finally understand the meaning of life. Why, hello, ma'am. I believe you were the one sitting at a nearby table back at Podvorye restaurant. Any friend of the theater's star performers is a friend of mine. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Mitya.
Greetings. Major Valeri, head of the Special Assignments Battalion. Armory. I am here to ensure Mr. Mitya's personal safety. Please let me know if I can be of...
Miss Traveler, I cannot help but notice that Miss Odette is stealing glances at me. Any idea? I've racked my brains, but I can't think of anything I might have done to offend her. Perhaps she noticed me spacing out during her...
So, Mr. Mitya, is...
Yes, that's right. The higher-ups in the Fatui transferred me from the Energy Commission to the Armory... Really? I can't even talk about that? All right, I won't say anything.
How's it looking, Alosha?
No change from this afternoon. Heavy snow with no sign of slowing down.
May I have your attention, please? The storm is unlikely to stop tonight, and it'll be even more dangerous outside at night than it was during the day. We at the theater owe everyone here a duty of care. Therefore, we strongly suggest that you stay on site overnight and avoid going outside unless absolutely necessary. In a few short moments, we'll give you a tour of the theater's various quarters. You can choose to sleep in the VIP room.
I'll pass on sleeping on the stage. What if the snow is stopped by tomorrow morning? The early bird...
A drama about sleeping? That could be fun. Maybe we could come up with a title for the production.
Not bad. Clear selling point, at least.
Anyone who doesn't wish to sleep on the stage, please follow me. I'll show you...
I guess I'll call it a night. Though I'm sure she'll be worried that I haven't made it back yet. I wonder if she's feeling any better yet.
Ah, finally. Welcome back to the world of the living, lazy bones. I was about to wake you. The black mist is... Still waking up, huh? You know, the black mist. It's been chasing us from below ever since we were born. You're just dozy. There's no way you've forgotten. Come on, let's keep heading up. Onwards and upwards is the only way to survive. Don't listen to a word those black mist cultists say.
Here we go again. The endless march toward survival.
What's going on? That black mist down there is creeping me out. And it's rising.
The black mist cultists believe that being swallowed by the black mist leads to everlasting peace. But if you ask me, they're just lying to themselves. We're the only heretics left. The only ones who refuse to give in. We have to keep going.
But how do you actually know that they're wrong?
Dangerous question there, Torgov. The moment your faith wavers, you start a chain reaction that ends in the collapse of your will. Put the question out of your mind. Stay strong and believe that the black mist means certain death.
I can't do this anymore. I've had enough of...
All this will pass eventually, I promise. Keep fighting.
You accuse the black mist cultists of being liars. But you're lying too. There is no end to this path.
The cult of the black mist has poisoned your mind, Sobolova. Are you
I am. I think I'll take my chances with...
As much as I detest the black mist cult...
Then I bid you both farewell. Let me put my personal opinions aside for a moment and say, fate always appears so impossibly complicated. Their fate was sealed from the instant they entertained doubt. From then on... Torgov and Sobolova are gone. I never thought the day would come when even they would be swallowed. Yes, it looks like it's satisfied. This happens from time to time. But it won't be long before the black mist starts chasing survivors once again. No one knows how to stop its advance for good. Well, we should make the most of the precious moments of rest that... Huh? Are you really that sleepy, Trav?
Help! Somebody, come!
What is it, Chuganov? What's wrong?
Is it morning already? Sounds like it's coming from next door.
Don't look, Miss Tonya. Okay.
What happened to them?
These two people have passed away. And the strange thing is that somehow... Have I seen this moment before? Or did I have...
Let me take a look. No vital signs in either of them. They're dead. The cause of death, however, remains unclear. No wounds on the bodies. No signs of a struggle.
But just last night, they were chatting and joking away. This is so sudden.
Could they have had pre-existing medical conditions?
It's hard to believe that they died of natural causes. Nor does... Who was the first to discover the bodies?
It was me. But these deaths have nothing to do with me. Then I noticed that the door to this room was open, and it looked like there was a man and woman inside.
I can corroborate this. I was doing my morning exercises near the stage. When I saw Miss... I can also confirm that I didn't see a single person approach that room.
The snowstorm was raging all night, and it's still going now. There's no way someone could have come in from outside.
You mean an intruder? No, not possible. I slept by the door last night as a precaution. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed if anyone had tried to open it.
Everyone, split into pairs and search the theater for anyone in hiding or any signs of suspicious activity. I'll follow up with a full search of my own shortly. Go. There is no time to waste.
Backstage is clear. No sign.
We checked the basement. Also clear.
Are we certain that the theater doesn't have a...
No, there's nothing like that. I also checked the windows. All of them are locked.
It sounds like we can safely rule out the...
This can only mean one thing.
We can't quite jump to...
Could he be right? Set in a theater during a snowstorm? A murder takes place and the killer is among us.
Looking at who the killer targeted and the clean entry and exit, it all adds up. I know it.
What is? What have you figured?
Both victims were wealthy, well-known local merchants. And the door was deliberately left open. Such ruthless method.
Lelik?
You mean Lelik is among us?
Lelik. I know this code name. Member of the Rogue. Walk me through your reasoning, Mr. Chuganov.
What now, huh? What now, Lelik? What more do you want from me? You snuck into my house the other day while I was asleep. Left a threatening letter. And I did all...
So, he really was threatened by Lelik.
And now you're resorting to murder. Show yourself! Which one of...
Was this really Lelek's doing? Would Odette if Odette really is Lelik? This seems out of character. I'm probably the only one here with a compelling theory about Lelek's true identity. But if I reveal it now, I'll be putting Odette in... What should I do?
I don't think it's likely that Lelik killed him, at least from the stories I've heard. He's never killed anyone before. Besides, even if Lelik did want to threaten you...
Vodyanitsa doesn't know that Lelik might be Odette.
Miss Vodyanitsa, why do you...
Defense? Oh, no, it's...
Well, if you think I'm so wrong, what's your...
The case is still evolving, Mr. Chuganov. Please do not...
Even so, there's no denying that the recent threat received by Mr. Chuganov may well be an important clue.
So there's still a good chance... I can't do this anymore. I don't care...
Whoa, take a beat. We all know it's far too dangerous out there. And whoever this Lelik is, they're surely not going to murder anyone.
As much as I regret having to say this, I'd like everyone to cooperate because as things stand. Unless anyone has further information to share, let's adjourn for now.